This is the ATEM Mini Pro by Blackmagic Design. It's designed to be an easy-to-use camera switcher you can use to create a multicam studio in your room, in your office, in your own studio, or in any other space. But what exactly is a camera switcher? Let me explain. A switcher is a media device that allows you to switch between cameras during an online or offline situation. The ATEM Mini Pro has 4 HDMI input options, so you can create a camera setup using 4 cameras. You can also use the switcher as an all-in-one recording studio, since it doesn't only have multiple camera inputs, but it also has 2 3.5mm jack inputs for microphones. Now you might think, why do I need 4 cameras? I'm the only one presenting, right? Well, I think that there are 2 main reasons on why you should go multicam. The first one is to be open. Now, that sounds quite spiritual and deep, but it's not. It's actually pretty easy. If you have your multicam setup ready, your 2 cameras probably won't have the same shot, right? You at least have 2 cameras with 2 different camera shots. Now, because of this, you show a lot more of yourself and the environment that you're presenting in. This shows a lot more confidence than, let's say, one single shot or even a virtual background. Multicam cameras work especially well if the 2 cameras have different angles. The second one is probably the most obvious one and the one you all thought of. Sleeping is cool, but not when you are presenting. Let's say that you are watching a webinar of 2.5 hours, where it's just the same room and the same person about the same subject. You probably lose interest in just a couple of minutes, right? With multicam, that's an easy fix. Because you have multiple cameras connected, the viewers will see another image every couple of seconds. That way, they are way more likely to pay attention to your entire webinar and your message will come across. If you want to know exactly how you can set up a professional studio with your ATEM Mini Pro, check the blog on our website. Links are in the description. Let's talk about on how to set up and connect your ATEM Mini Pro and how to use the ATEM Mini Pro in OBS. The ATEM Mini Pro is easy to set up. It has a standard 12 AC adapter to supply its power, and it comes with a USB to USB-C cable to connect it to your computer or laptop. Plug in the AC adapter and plug in a HDMI cable in the Multiview screen. We'll talk about that last one in just a moment. Now you can connect your cameras. Make sure that your camera has a HDMI or micro HDMI output so you can connect it to the ATEM Mini Pro. When you've connected all your gear to the ATEM Mini Pro, it's now time to set it up in your software. I will demonstrate it using OBS. OBS and the ATEM Mini Pro are the perfect couple if you ask us. Now, what is OBS? OBS stands for Open Broadcaster Software. It's free for Mac, Linux and Windows. Go to the website www.obsproject.com to get the software for free. With this software, you can create your webinar setup. You can set up things like your camera and your microphone. I will now demonstrate on how you can set up the ATEM Mini Pro using OBS. So here we are in OBS and I'm going to show you how you can set up the ATEM Mini Pro in OBS for your webinars. The first thing you need to do is create a new scene. You can do that by going to your scene dock, click the plus icon and create a new scene. But I already created one, so it's time to add some sources. So go to your source dock and click the plus icon bottom left. And go to Video Capture Device. The ATEM Mini Pro in OBS is known as a video capture device because both of the camera images are connected to the ATEM Mini Pro. So the 2 cameras I have set up right now will become one, the ATEM. So go to Video Capture Device, give it an easy to understand name, in this case ATEM Mini Pro, and select OK. Now a window Properties for ATEM Mini Pro will show up. Here you need to tell OBS what device actually is the ATEM Mini Pro. Here you need to select Blackmagic Design, the brand who made ATEM Mini Pro. Select Blackmagic Design. And now our website pops up in our OBS canvas. And you might think, I thought that you added a video capture device, not a display capture. Well, cameras aren't the only thing you can connect to the ATEM Mini Pro. It's also a great tool to easily switch between screen sharing and cameras. Because the screen is now on camera 1. But if I switch to camera 2, you can see an actual camera image from the front. I also have one other camera installed. So let's go to camera 3 to have another camera image. It's a multicam after all. Great, now you have added the ATEM Mini Pro as a video capture device in OBS. Now it's the time to switch. So the camera you're looking at right now is in my case camera 3. But if I press 2, camera 2 will be in the preview. I will talk about what the preview and program is in a bit when we're going to talk about the multi-view screen. For now, just know camera 2 is in my preview. If I now press cut, the camera shot changes to the one that is directly in front of me. If I press 1 and press cut after that, you'll see our website, which was the screen share. So now all you need to know is when the lights are green, something is in the preview, and if something is red, it's in the program. So if I press 3 now, you'll see the exact same shot as where we started. Like I said before, cameras aren't the only thing that you can connect to the ATEM Mini Pro. You can also do a screen sharing, like I showed you earlier, but you can also connect a microphone directly to your ATEM Mini Pro. Because there is a microphone connected to the ATEM Mini Pro, you need to tell OBS that the ATEM Mini Pro is now also an audio input capture. So go to Source, add a new audio input capture, give it an easy to understand name, in this case ATEM Mic 1, and select OK. Now a window opens for properties for ATEM Mic 1. Click on Device and click on Microphone by Blackmagic Design and select OK. Now, as you can see, ATEM Mic 1 did appear in the audio mixer, but there is no sound coming in OBS. This is because you need to press the on button for Mic 1 on your ATEM Mini Pro. If I press this button, now it's on and you see that there is audio coming in OBS. Great, now you have selected your ATEM Mini Pro as a microphone as well. If you have a microphone connected to camera 1, please make sure that you click on the on button above the camera number on the ATEM Mini Pro as well. With that said, a small tip. Always make sure that you give your camera numbers that are easy for you to remember. In my case, that will be a front-facing camera is always camera 1. One from the side, the good side of the presenter, is camera 2. And another one, a third one for the extra, that's my camera 3. So I always know that camera 1 is a front-facing camera, camera 2 is one from the good side of the presenter, and 3 is just there for the extra. And I bet you are wondering, that all sounds great, but how do I actually see the different camera shots? That's where the multiviewer comes in. And here you see the multiview screen. On the top left you see the preview screen, and on the top right you see the program screen. Now the difference between the two is that the program screen is live and the preview screen isn't. So what's currently in your program is what's being sent out. The preview is very handy if you already decided where you want to go next with your presentation or webinar. Let's say I'm giving a website demo. I will now show you my website, but then I'm going to talk for a bit. Because camera 2 is already in my preview, all I have to do is press cut on the ATEM Mini Pro for a very easy transition between the website and myself. But let's say I started talking for a while now and you're constantly looking at camera 2. I can select camera 3 to be in my preview, and when everybody is really boring of the camera shot of camera 2, all I have to do is press cut to change my camera shot. And if this gets boring, I could easily go back to camera 2 and then let's go back to the website demo. But you don't even have to go live or start a stream to work with the ATEM Mini Pro. The ATEM Mini Pro gives you the option to directly record on a hard disk or any other storage device that has a USB cable. In this case we have to use a converter for the hard drive. When you put the hard drive in the ATEM Mini Pro, you will see that a small light left to the word disk will turn green. This indicates that the ATEM has recognized the device. When you are ready to record, press the rec button under the green light. Now you will see that the green button has turned red to indicate that you are recording on the disk. But there is another way to see if you are recording. Back to the multiviewer. On the bottom of the screen you can also see the name and leftover space of your storage device. This way you can also see if the device is connected to the ATEM properly. If you press the rec button on the ATEM, you will see that the word rec is displayed on the screen, indicating that you are in fact recording on the disk. Now you know that you are recording, you can just switch between the cameras by pressing 1, 2, 3 or 4 on the ATEM. If you are done with your recording, press the stop button to stop the recording. The recording is automatically saved on the disk as an MP4 file. You can use this MP4 file as a recording for a pre-recorded webinar. Check out our YouTube channel for a video all about pre-recorded webinars. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about webinars, on how to host them, what gear to use, or what it's like to work at a tech startup, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click like on this video and hit the notification bell. And let me know, did you already host a multicam webinar? Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!